Hi guys, Christina here. I just want to have a follow-up video on the 3 levels of consciousness. The previous video I shared, I explained what all the levels really were. Now I want to share about my journey and where I'm at. So I'll start kind of my early adult years. I was in victimhood. I blamed everything that happened to me on other people. I whined and complained about every detail of my life constantly. I had really negative friends and just was in a really victim type life for quite a few years. And then at some point, thankfully, I kind of moved into Buy Me, where I was like, okay, I'm raising this kid, I got to pay the bills, and I need a car, and da 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 da. Just kept pushing and working, and if it was going to get done, it was going to get done by me. And that's how I had a really good job, was in a relationship, raised my son, everything was wonderful. And then boom, as life does, it threw me a monkey wrench, and I was in a really bad car accident. And then I put that victim hat back on and I wore it for a good couple of years. I really felt sorry for myself. Why did this happen to me? And why am I in so much pain? And on and on. I experienced a lot of grief. I lost a lot of my health. My physical abilities for quite a while were really modified, and I felt like I really lost myself. I wasn't able to work. My relationship ended. I had a lot of friendships, and I didn't understand why this was happening to me. And then I luckily started to kind of evolve through that, and with doing lots of personal growth work, lots of work with doctors and therapists, and with myself. I sat and did a lot of work with myself, and finally I was able to kind of transcend that and understand better. I know now that when not just me, but when people experience a large trauma, such as a head injury, I experienced for quite a few months, the world stops when we experience this type of thing, and everybody keeps going. And a lot of times people lose their peer group because of these things. And so I realized it wasn't because I was bad or I'm not a good person or not fun or any of that stuff. So with getting a better understanding of what the situation was and really recontextualizing it to come to a better place, I'm actually at a place of gratitude. There has been so many positive changes that happened in my life that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't been in that car accident. I would have just kept on trudging through, and I mean, I had a nice life, everything was nothing to complain about really, but I wasn't fulfilled and living and connected with myself and connected with my family and my friends that I have now. So, um, living in through me for me has been in subtle little ways. I very often will experience when I drive. I don't drive a lot, and often when I drive, there'll be pull through park spots, and I just love those. I don't know. I'm kind of weird that way, but to me, like that's a through me moment. Like it's something that I think about. I focus on. Like I look for, and that bam, there it is. A lot of the time, more often than not. And a lot of the time in stores, sometimes I'll walk in and it'll be really busy, and I'll notice that and think, oh, okay, like it's busy in here. But then when I get up to the line, I'm the first person or I'm the next helped. And so I've really created little time savers. Another big one for me was I needed furnace filters and something else. I needed 2 things. Went into the store, got the first thing. I knew exactly where that was. And then I thought, well, where the heck are the furnace filters? And I turned around, and the furnace filters, the size I needed, there was somebody had put some there. Like a person was shopping, didn't picked it up, decided that's not what they wanted, and they put it there, and they left it there, and I was like, that is the exact same thing I need right now. So I grabbed it and I left, and it was pretty awesome because I didn't have to look or search. A really big one is where I work. I work at a registry office, and once a year, the city I work for gets abstracts for all of their drivers and staff, and often I'm in charge of that. So I'm pulling along doing abstracts, and there's no way to know if there's going to be a page 2. Like if there's most of them are one pagers, but if they have a ticket, it ends up being a 2-pager. There's no way to know that in advance. But for some really bizarre reason, I intuitively knew a lot of the time. Like, I got into the flow. I hit enter, print, and then my hand would go down and I'd pick up that second page before the computer indicated to me I needed it. And at first I was like, this is a weird coincidence, but after a while I was like, this is amazing. Like, I am experiencing a through me situation right now, where I was tapping into something, and when you're talking like 1,000 abstracts and you intuitively can save yourself like 5 seconds on every, like, I saved probably a good chunk of time, and I thought that was really cool. It was just a neat experience for me. So yeah, I am not in through me in all aspects. Like, I am not necessarily feeling or experiencing it in all ways, but in a lot of ways. And when I do, I notice it. I feel gratitude. I tap into the amazingness of it, and I let it go, and I don't cling to it. I'm not like, oh, I have to get this every time. I don't have an attachment to it. It's just pretty cool. And I think that's the first step of how you really start to get there. And I'm excited to see what more I can do when I really get in the flow of through me. I will keep you posted on my growth, and I would really like to hear your experiences, if you've had any through me moments in your life, or if you're stuck in victim mode, in that to me mode, and you want to chat about that, because I might be able to help you through that in some ways. So yeah, thanks for listening. Drop me a comment or hit like or share this video if you feel it could help someone you know. Thanks for listening. Until next time.